Okay, welcome guys to the next Blender tutorial. So today we're going to be making kind of a little seat. So what I'm going to do, let's go into the render tab right here. We'll go for EV, we'll change it to cycles. And what essentially we want to do is get rid of the default cube right here. I'm going to go add, and we'll start with a cylinder. Let's scale this up so you guys can see it. We'll go ahead and make this small. I'm going to go with right click shade smooth. Let's go to edit mode. Take the top face right here. Going to go E for extrude. Scale this in. E for extrude, leave it where it is. Scale it in again, and then we're going to go E for extrude, just bring it up. So this is going to be the gold part of the chair. You want to shade smooth as well if you've not already. Let's go with new. Change this from Principal BSDF to Metallic BSDF. We'll go with a nice little goldy silver. Kind of rose gold kind of colour. Turn down the roughness. So when we look at rendering, we should have something like this. So the next step that we want to do, let's go with add. We'll go with cylinder again. Let's go G, bring this up. Scale this out up to roughly this point, so you've got that nice little gap from the floor there. Shade smooth. Let's go with edit mode. We'll take this top part, we'll go G, bring this down. Let's go E for extrude, just bevel that little bit out as well. Just make it nice and soft, and then we'll make the underside soft as well. So let's go E for extrude, bevel that bit in, just as such. So the next bit we want to do is let's go to object mode. We'll take this part of the chair right here and we'll click new. This will be the chair texture, so we can put this as chair texture right there. We're going to go with a nice little purple for this one. So we should have something like this. Then we're going to go ahead and we're going to shift D, go upwards. Place this one on top and then scale this down. Just to something like that. It's going to be like a nice little posh kind of seating area. So it's kind of got this nice little double kind of thing going on. So you've got where you would sit and then your shoes could scuff up that bit, I guess. So we've got this. I'm just going to add in a plane at the bottom, so we can see some of the effects on here. So this is the way that the chair currently looks. I'm going to go ahead and just move the lighting back and then just put this up a little bit so you guys can see. And then maybe put another one just on the other side as well, just to kind of get rid of that harsh shadow. So this is the kind of stuff that I would do with basic, kind of just like basic objects if you had something in the background. But if you're interacting with this object, or maybe you've got a camera panning past this object, or maybe you're making a game or something like that and something's moving past, you're going to want the detail on there. So we're going to go to the shading tab right here. You've got your Principal BSDF and Materials tab, and what we're going to do is let's go to add and we'll go noise texture. You want to go color to base color and just scale this up just a little bit so you've got that nice little kind of texture going on, like a fleece kind of texture. Let's go with add and we'll go color ramp. Let's go color ramp on there, and you can darken this texture, you can make it lighter. So we had purple with this, so we can go with this nice little purple. Let's turn up that roughness. We can also do a bump texture, but to be honest with you, with these new versions of Blender, the bump textures don't seem to work that well. What I'm tending to do is put the noise textures actually onto the metallic and the roughness, because that just seems to work a lot better. So let's go with Shift D and duplicate the noise texture, and we'll go color to metallic. Or you can go colour to roughness. Colour to metallic is actually better because it just kind of blends in a little bit better. We could turn up the roughness on there, turn down the roughness, whatever you need. Let's try a bump. Let's add a bump, see if it makes any difference. I do believe we put this here. And colour to height. When this eventually works. Yeah, we kind of... Hold on. Let's put the bump texture onto the other side, because last time this didn't work for me. So, it's kind of a weird one. So you want colour to height. Yeah, this works a little bit better. I think we could do distance. Yeah, okay. So yeah, you could do your distance on there, and this seems to have worked this time, which is nice. You can also take this bump texture as well, and since the noise texture is actually the same as the other noise texture, or at least should be, we can go ahead and take this bump node, shift D it over, and then just place it between these two. You want to go colour to height again, which should give you a little bit of extra bump just on the edging once this loads in. So you should have something like this. So let's go onto the render tab, we'll see how that looks. I've got this nice little cushion. I think what I might do, let's go to edit mode. I'm going to go ahead, because this is generally the point where you'd sit on it. I'm just going to go ahead and scale this out just a little bit, just to make it a little bit more plump. So it looks a little bit more softer. And then I will do the same to the opposite side as well. Let's go edit. Let's make that a little bit more plump as well. Yeah, so that's our little tutorial today, just kind of like a little seat kind of thing. Yeah, if you guys like, subscribe, you know, all that stuff. And I guess I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching. Bye.